Search and rescue teams on Sunday located debris which appeared to belong to the cargo ship El Faro that went missing in the eye of Hurricane Joaquin with 33 mostly American crew members aboard, the U.S. Coast Guard and the ship's owner said. Life jackets, containers, and an oil sheen were spotted by U.S. Coast Guard aircrews flying over the Bahamas on the third day of their search for the container ship. The owners of the El Faro, Tote Maritime, also said 2 vessels it sent to the scene had found a container which appears to be from the El Faro. There had been no sighting of the El Faro or any lifeboats, Tote Maritime Puerto Rico President, Tim Nolan, said in a statement. Our thoughts and prayers remain with the 33 individuals aboard the ship and their families, he added. The Coast Guard could not confirm that the objects belonged to the El Faro, which sent a distress call on Thursday in the Bahamas but has not been heard from since. The debris is scattered about over several miles, said Coast Guard Chief Petty Officer Ryan Doss with the Miami station. It's going to take some time to verify. The items would appear to be consistent with the missing ship. El Faro, a 735-foot, 224m, container ship with 28 U.S. citizens and 5 Polish nationals aboard, was headed to San Juan, Puerto Rico, from Jacksonville, Florida when it reported losing propulsion and that it was listing and taking on water, the Coast Guard said. Joaquin battered the central Bahamas archipelago for more than 2 days with 130 miles, 210 kilometers, per hour winds, a potentially catastrophic Category 4 hurricane on a scale of 1 to 5. Doss said weather conditions in the search area had greatly improved on Sunday, which would enable Coast Guard ships or a helicopter to retrieve the debris for verification. There is unrestricted visibility and ideal search conditions right now, he said. The Coast Guard and U.S. Air Force sent out 4 C-130 search and rescue planes at dawn on Sunday, and 3 Coast Guard cutters were headed to the area. Surprised by communications loss. On Saturday, pilots working in high winds and seas found 3 life rings in waters to the northeast of Crooked Island in the Bahamas, about 75 miles, 120 kilometers, from the ship's last known position. One was confirmed to belong to the El Faro. Conditions in the area on Friday and Saturday hampered search efforts, with 20 to 40 feet seas and winds in excess to 115 miles, 185 kilometers, per hour, the Coast Guard said. In video released by the Coast Guard, one pilot said visibility was less than a quarter of a mile, 0.4 kilometers, while flying low at 1,300 feet. This was the most challenging weather conditions anyone on our crew had ever flown, said Coast Guard pilot Lt. Dustin Burton after returning Saturday from his mission. It is not known whether the El Faro was able to recover propulsion at some point. There were no further communications after a distress call received at about 7:30 a.m. 11:30 GMT, on Thursday, the Coast Guard said. The search and rescue efforts have covered more than 30,000 square miles since then. We are very surprised that we lost all communication with the ship, Mike Hansen, a spokesman for Tote Maritime Puerto Rico, told Reuters. The ship was equipped with an onboard transponder as well as a satellite phone and GPS devices on the containers, he said.